Monero value equivalent to 2583 rands a coin. The present cost range, 24 to 98, 2617. The earlier day close, 2530. The change was plus 53, plus 2 and 9%. Reverse rate, ZAR to XMR. Monero cost expectation for September 2024. Initially cost at 2538 rands. Excessive cost 2538, while low cost 2049. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2332. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2203. Change for September 13 2%. Monero figure for October 2024. Initially cost at 2203 rands. Excessive cost 2380, while low cost 2068. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2219. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2024. Change for October 10%. Monero cost expectation for November 2024. Before all else cost at 2224 rands. Excessive cost 2264, while low cost 1968. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2043. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2116. Change for November 49%. Monero figure for December 2024. Before all else cost at 2116 rands. Excessive cost 2252, while low cost 1958. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 2108. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2105. Change for December's on 5%. Monero cost expectation for January 2025. In the first place, cost at 2105 rands. Exorbitant cost 2609, while low cost 2105. They found the middle value of cost 2314. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2438. Change for January 15.8%. Monero gauge for February 2025. In the first place, cost at 2438 rands. Exorbitant cost 2679, while low cost 2329. They found the middle value of cost 2488. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2504. Change for February 27%. Monero cost expectation for Walk 2025. First and foremost, cost at 2504 rands. Exorbitant cost 25019, while low cost 2189. They found the middle value of cost 2392. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2354. Change for spring 60%. Monero estimate for April 2025. First and foremost, cost at 2354 rands. Exorbitant cost 2354, while low cost 1992. They found the middle value of cost 2211. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2042. Change for April 90%. Monero cost expectation for May 2025. In the first place, cost at 2142 rands. Exorbitant cost 2521, while low cost 2942. They found the middle value of cost 2290. Monero cost gauge toward the month's end 2356. Change for May 10%. Monero estimate for June 2025. To start with, cost at 2356 rands. Exorbitant cost 2542, while low cost 2210. They found the middle value of cost 2371. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2376. Change for June to 8%. Monero cost expectation for July 2025. To start with, cost at 2376 rands. Exorbitant cost 2582, while low cost 2244. They found the middle value of cost 2404. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2413. Change for July 6%. Monero conjecture for August 2025. Before all else, cost at 2413 rands. Excessive cost 2616, while low cost 2274. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2437. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2445. Change for August 3%. Monero cost expectation for September 2025. Before all else, cost at 2445 rands. Excessive cost 2045, while low cost 2029. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2075. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2182. Change for September 8%. Monero conjecture for October 2025. Before all else, cost at 2082 rands. Excessive cost 2708, while low cost 2182. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2401. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2531. Change for October 16%. Monero cost expectation for November 2025. At the outset cost at 2531 rands. Excessive cost 2748, while low cost 2388. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2559. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2568. Change for November 15%. Monero conjecture for December 2025. At the outset cost at 2568 rands. Excessive cost 2568, while low cost 2136. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2392. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2297. Change for December 10.6%. Monero cost expectation for January 2026. Initially cost at 22.97 rands. Excessive cost 25.24, while low cost 21.94. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2344. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2359. Change for January 2.7%. Monero gauge for February 2026. To start with cost at 2359 rands. Exorbitant cost 26.44, while low cost 22.98. They found the middle value of cost 2443. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 24.71. Change for February 4.7%. Monero cost expectation for walk 2026. At the outset cost at 24.71 rands. Excessive cost 26.28, while low cost 22.84. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2460. Monero cost conjecture toward the month's end 2456. Change for Springs at 6%. Monero conjecture for April 2026. At the outset cost at 24.56 rands. Excessive cost 3.48, while low cost 2456. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2702. Monero cost figure toward the month's end 2849. Change for April 16%. Monero cost expectation for May 2026. First and foremost cost at 2849 rands. Exorbitant cost 3098, while low cost 2692. They found the middle value of cost 2018.84. Monero cost estimate toward the month's end 2895. Change for May 6%. Monero figure for June 2026. Initially cost at 2895 rands. Excessive cost 2895, while low cost 2460. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 2724. Monero cost figure toward the month's